Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am finally sharing with you my updated closet tour. I know this has been heavily requested ever since this room was fitted, so I'm going to share with you today a tour of my entire closet. We will start in the actual closet part, which has my clothes, makeup, jewellery. I will show that to you. I will then take you through my office, and that leads into this part of the closet, and I will give you a tour of the handbag room and everything that's in here. So let's go get started in the closet area. So this is the main clothes area of my closet. This side down here behind me is basically all of my husband's clothes, so we're not going to worry too much about that. This side is all of my clothes, and then round this corner I'll show you as well, there's another section of wardrobes where there's more of my clothes, and then that leads into a bathroom. I will take you off and spin you around so as you can see everything. So this is what this part of the closet looks like when you first come into the room. I will show you all of this in greater detail, but just to give you a look around at what we're working with, this is where I would get ready. Over here there are lights that light up this section, which I'll turn on to show you, but I'm not sure how it'll work for filming. It might actually make it harder for you to see, but I will show you it lit up. This section here is where all of my husband's clothes are. There's me in the mirrors in the background. Don't judge the mirrors. I actually think the glass in those needs replaced. No matter what we do, we can't get rid of the streakiness. So I have called the guy that designed all of this and built it and told him those glasses need to be changed out. I think there's just a fault with them now because you just can't get them clean. Then if we spin round to this side, this is my section of the clothes closet. All of that up there is where my clothes are, and I'll show you everything that's there in better detail. Then these are my mirrors. Hi again. These ones aren't as bad with the streaking, but you will see the small boy's handprints all over them. I cleaned them before we started this, and when I came to film, his handprints on the mirror. Hi, there's another one down there. This side I will put the lights on to show you what's going on down here. In this side of the wardrobe, there's a bathroom that's in through that mirror, just through there. There's me again in here, and these wardrobes light up as you open the drawers, or the doors, sorry, they light up so as you can see what's inside. I am by no means the most organised, tidy person in the world. I do have 2 young boys, I have 4 dogs, I have a business which I work in full time, I have a husband, and I have a life. I am not the best at showing you how to organise or tidy. This could do with a complete declutter and me taking everything out and starting again. I just haven't had the time to do it. So please don't judge my wardrobes. But in here is where my blazers and coats would be. And then in the next one, if I show you what's in here, this was supposed to be all my section. There are longer coats in there. When we were designing this, my husband, as much as we love him, said to the lady who was doing all of the pictures, oh no, I don't need a place for my shoes. I will just put my shoes at the bottom of my wardrobes. That's not a problem for me. Aha. The moment that this was then designed, who decided he was claiming this part? He did. But when I tried to complain about it, he pointed out that I have 3 sections, separate sections, and that I have far more of it than he does. So I had to kind of choose my battles. That's how he has that part. Then if we go back into the main area, I'll show you what those lights are on down at the bottom. This is what that section looks like, but I'm not what'll be sure what's best to show you as we film this. That's maybe okay, but that lights up, and then those shelving within that glass fronted cabinet lights up as well. If you have been on my channel for a while, when I started YouTube, firstly, I wasn't in it, so you didn't see my face, you just saw my talking hands. But then even when I was in it, I used to film in here, and my handbags all used to be in here. They're now gone to a separate section. This is now shoes, and it's a bit of a mix match because it's, again, me getting ready quickly, throwing things in, throwing things out, not always putting everything back exactly where it's meant to go. So let's take a look at these. In this first wardrobe that we come to, this is knitwear. Again, these light up. I really could have folded that, couldn't I, before I showed you that? This is knitwear. These light up whenever you open them as well. I do have other knitwear that's hanging, but for knitwear that would lose its shape. I try to fold it to try and keep it as best as it can. Then this is all trousers. You'll see a huge section of black because I obviously work in a corporate environment. Then you'll see more colour, more fun, a bit more what you'd be used to with me, and there's some play suits in there as well. Underneath these wardrobes there are then drawers, which are a complete and utter mess. This one is socks, tights, things like that. This one is t-shirts and vest tops, and this one is nightwear. But they're so messy and I haven't sorted them that I'm actually not even going to open them and embarrass myself that much. In here, this, my husband will tell you, was the most genius idea that he has had when it come to designing this. He was of the view that we should have a section for the ironing board, and I'm going to tell you, as much as I might not admit this to his face, it was a great idea, because it means the ironing board doesn't just sit out in here. It has a place to go and live, and it lives in that little corner. Then I have up here knitwear. I'm sorry, the light's coming through that window. I have knitwear up at the top. That's knitwear that I don't have to be quite as worried about in losing its shape. And then I have tops down here and blouses and shirts and some work pieces. All of my clothes I wear on repeat. I'm an absolute outfit repeater, so you will see a lot of those in my videos if you watch me regularly. Just behind where the ring light was and the tripod, this is all skirts and shorter dresses in here. There are drawers down below them. Look at the mess. Let's not judge. Down below here, there's more underwear and there's sportswear and leisure wear, but again, I'm not going to embarrass myself with it. If we start with the little seating area, we have my sofa here to just when we're getting ready, it's just handy to have. And then over on this table, there is an old-fashioned Roberts vintage radio, which I absolutely love. I think it looks cool. There is a dog statue. Anybody that's been around here knows that I love my dogs. I have 4 of them. Over here, we have shoes. There's my wedding shoes at the top. Those diamond Louboutins were my wedding shoes. These are super cool. I love these. These are the Louboutin boots, which are an ode to Instagram. So all of those pictures are like an Instagram post that have been put together to make those boots. I just think they're really, really funky. So I really like those, and I've just dropped one over. Those are another pair of Louboutins up there. Then I have my Gucci gold heels, Valentino photographs, family photographs. This is my Jo Malone diffuser. This is like Blackberry and Bay. It's called something else in diffuser. I'll link it down below. It's absolutely beautiful. The smell of that is stunning. I have those, quite a few of those around the home. It just gives a really, really nice smell. And then there are other photographs. If we take a look at what's here, I do get some questions recently about my hair. This is what I use. This is woe. This is if you have fuzzy hair. This is really good to spray on and helps keep it straight for 3 days. That one's just frizzies. I then use these drops all the time in my moisturiser for my face. They just give you a little bit of a colour. Anything like this, I will link down below if anybody's interested in what I use. Then my makeup, my brushes, don't judge me on the brushes. I am not the best at makeup. I don't have the most interest in having lots of different brushes and things. But in front of my Louis Vuitton niece, which has a lot of my makeup in here, I use a lot of dermalogical products. I find them really good for my skin. I've got Clinique in there as my foundation. Then I use, this is the only mascara I generally use. So I will always generally have mascara on, and it'll be this one. This is Perversion from Urban Decay. I actually have a spare here because as soon as that runs out, I have to have another one because I don't like to not have mascara on. This makeup is generally Charlotte Tilbury, Urban Decay, Charlotte Tilbury, Dior, the Schnellmers, and these are Charlotte Tilbury as well. This is what I have on my lips today. It's the Dior tint in the purple. Any of this that I can find, I will put a link in the description box in case you're interested. This is just all very sentimental. Everything that's here in front of me, again, although it's messy, it means something to me. This little dog my brother bought me years ago. The rings that I wear regularly are on the back of this. This is a little baby Yoda, Grogo. I love him. This is Jo Malone Blackberry and Bay. This is all around my house, be it in face washes, in hand creams, in candles, in diffusers. I just love the smell of it. It's one of my favourites. This is my youngest son, just probably moments after he had been born. This Paris keyring Bestie and I got when we were there the first time. This heart my husband got for me at a Christmas market years and years and years ago. Best Mum. This one says Amelia Rose's Closet. This my brother bought for me either when I passed my degree or passed my graduate exams. I can't remember exactly which. The elephant we got in Egypt for my husband's 30th, so that's how long that little guy's been around here for. This is my Echo Dot that I listen to music whenever I'm getting ready. There's another Grogo in the back. I adore him. Baby Yoda, absolutely love him. This is my niece Nano. I have all of my lip products in here, although I am really bad at remembering to put them back in. So a lot of my lip products I will take out, use, and there'll be about 6 or 7 of them lying at the bottom of my Neverfull. These are the Megan Hess books from New York and Paris. I like those just as decor sitting there. I always have candles around the place. I just like the smell of them. Then what is up here? This is Mother and Baby. We love you, Mummy. I think that's a Catherine Callaghan, who is an Irish artist. This is a postcard that we got in Dubai and then we got framed. The top one is a postcard we got in New York and then we got framed. I like to collect things like that and bring it home. This is a print of an area in Belfast. Then my perfumes. This little stand is just from Amazon to help me keep them organised. This is the Louis Vuitton perfume holder that Bestie got me for my birthday. There's a bottle of California Dream in there. There's an empty bottle of it. There's Lancome Hypnose. There's the Carolina Herrera Good Girl. The Armani She, which is a very old perfume, but I love Coco Mademoiselle. A few other perfumes there. Most of the ones I wear regularly are the ones that work for me with migraines. And then in this drawer are spare perfumes. I am very much a creature of habit, so there will be spares of most of these in this drawer for whenever they run out. Then there are more shoes as we go up. Louboutins there on the left, Chanel shoes. These actually are my son's, my oldest son's first Havaianas that we got on our first holiday, the little Mickey Mouse, and as I say, I'm very sentimental, so they down they go, but they normally stay up on this shelf just because they make me happy. And then at the top beside those Chanel shoes, that was my dad's teddy bear from whenever he was a child. My dad is dead almost 6 years this month actually, and that has been, what age would that be? Well into his 70s now. So that's on the very top shelf to make sure that my sons get nowhere near it because they would not appreciate the significance of that. Then my shoes are in here. As I said, if you've been here for a while, I used to film in front of this and my handbags used to be in here. Now we have upgraded to the space that I'm going to show you when we finish in here. But it's not very organised, it's not very in order. It's literally as I'm wearing things, taking them off, putting them back in. And it works for me because if I was to have that sitting perfectly with all heels, for example, to show you, it would be false and it wouldn't be keeping it real for a working mum with 2 children, 4 dogs, a business, a full-time job, a husband, etc., etc. So they go in as I get time to put them back in, and that's basically why that's messy. There's summer sandals down in this bottom drawer. This top drawer I'm not even going to show you because it's an absolute disgrace and I would be ashamed of myself. This one I have my scarves in. These 2 are Louis Vuitton. That one is Ted Baker. This is the Acne blanket scarf that comes out every winter because I love it. Louis Vuitton and a Manchester United scarf because of course I am a die-hard United fan. Now let's see what's over here. In the top drawer are my hair products, is in the things that I use. This has the plug in here. This is really handy. Even though I have this a little bit cluttered with my own sentimental stuff, it means these aren't lying on top of the desk. I actually use 2 hair dryers. As I said, I have extensions in my hair. I use the Dyson for the weave at the back because it's thicker and it takes longer to dry. My own hair is very fine, very see-through, and it falls out. It's very delicate, so I use the Zuvi Halo on my own hair because that is light technology and it's made for very delicate fine hair. This is the Numi curler, which I use when my hair is curled, and then I have my GHD straightener for whenever it is straight. The middle drawer is just spare creams and spare makeup, and then at the bottom is more spare hair things. There's a lot of those around here. So that is a quick overview and look of where I get ready in this side of my closet, and I make no excuses or apologies for it being cluttered with sentimental things because those are things that mean things to me. Now my jewellery. My jewellery is stored in a drawer which is underneath my desk, which I'm going to pull out and show you everything that is in there, and I'm going to show you the jewellery which I am wearing today. And this part of today's video is very kindly sponsored by the fabulous people at Ideal. Ideal is a family run business that was set up by Ornella. Ornella is from Antwerp. If you know anything about diamonds, you will know the significance of Antwerp for the production of diamonds. They are known for their craftsmanship craftsmanship, for their expertise, for their knowledge in respect of diamonds. And her daddy, who has years of experience with diamonds, is actually one of the people that checks the diamonds before they get sent out when you purchase them. There are 9 people, 9 separate pairs of eyes and hands that check your product before they actually package it up and send it out to you. And her mummy helps her to package up the hand-tied ribbons, the handwritten cards, and send those pieces out to you because they're genuinely a passion of hers and they're sent with such love that I adore this company. Being a family-based company, we very recently had a family member who was very ill, and I was meant to speak to you about Ideal quite some time ago. I contacted Ornella and said, I can't because this is what's happened. I know you have a launch coming. And her response to me was, don't worry about it. Why are you worried about a launch? Go and be with your family. That is what they need. And that is the type of company that I want to work with and I want to buy from. Take that along with how beautiful and stunning this product is. I wear them every day, and you're not just seeing them in this video, you see them in all the videos. This is what my ear at the top generally always looks like. I do not have a piercing up here, so I use this cuff from Ideal, which is proper, real diamonds. They are lab diamonds, lab grown diamonds, which means that they are made in a different way than mined diamonds. But apart from their origin, they're exactly the same. They're not fake. They're not inauthentic diamonds. They're not something pretending to be a diamond. They're a diamond. They just originate in a different way. But because of that, they are so much more sustainable and they're so much more affordable. They are able to put diamonds out on the market that I can access, that lots of us can access, that I would not be able to pay for if I were to go and get a mined diamond. This is an add-on, so this is how they have the modular aspect of their jewellery. So this is one of their studs that is in my ear. And then this is an add-on which hangs down below it, and I like this look. What I generally don't do is wear 2 earrings that match ever, really. So Ideal works for me because it's modular and you can pick the pieces that you want. So I can pick to wear something in my ear along with something hanging, or 2 mix match diamonds, and that's generally how I pick my earrings. This is a stud of my own, and that's another benefit of the modular nature. You can mix and match their add-ons with your own studs or your own jewellery. So this is my own stud, and this beauty in my ear is an Ideal piece which has been added on with it. This, by contrast, is an Ideal stud, and then this is an add-on that hangs down behind it. And this is also Ideal. And let me tell you a story about that, because I used to wear regularly the Ideal Solo 3. This is the Ideal Solo 5, which is the bigger diamond. But I used to wear the Solo 3 because I wore my Louis Vuitton Volt necklace down below it. And I thought the 3 worked well with the Volt rather than the bigger 5. This is broken. Not my Ideal chain or Solo 5 diamond. My Louis Vuitton one is broken. Chain on this has broken just from normal everyday wear. Now Louis Vuitton have told me that I can take it in and it will be repaired, but it's broken, and I will keep you posted on how the repair process goes. And I'm going to link all of their details down below in the description box for you and the pieces that I have. I'll show you how I store my jewellery underneath here as well, and that'll show you some of my other pieces. This has long since been one of my favourite pieces, and I think I have had my initial Ideal pieces now for over 2 years. I never take this off. I wear it in the shower, I wear it when I'm swimming, and I take those off at night, but I've worn them in the shower and I've worn them swimming before. And there's not a mark on them, not a tarnish. They are made to last for years because they use 14 karat gold, conflict free gold, high standard products, will last you for years. I adore them. If I turn you around again, this is the drawer that pulls out underneath my desk. And then my jewellery that I use most of the time is in here. You can see there's a lot of Louis Vuitton perfume samples as well. Generally, the jewellery that is on this side is what I wear more regularly, and over here, not so much. But I have it all in these little squares. There is lining at the bottom of it, and it just works for me to have it all in the same place. These are older pieces. This, for example, was my grandmother's wedding ring and engagement ring. Now, there's probably no monetary value in those, but there is a huge amount of sentimental value in those for me, so they stay in there. Then I have down here in this little tray the earrings that I wear most regularly. I have my spare one of the ones I've just showed you. As I say, I don't really wear a pair, so you'll generally see one of them in my ear as opposed to both. This is another Ideal necklace, which I also really, really love. But I generally wear this one on its own rather than when I'm stacking. But I love the look of the diamond bar across my neck. Then I have, this is the Solo 3. This is the smaller one that I wore with my Volt necklace quite a lot until it went and got itself broken. Then I have all of my earrings in this little stacking tray. This is another one of my favourites. You'll have seen this a lot. This is an earpiece that you put behind the stud and then that sits along the outside of your ear. I love that. I generally don't wear that so much though with a long one. I normally wear that in one ear and wear a stud in the other. This is another one that I've been wearing quite a lot recently, which is the eye. I like the look of that. So those are the earrings that I wear mostly. And then I have my Chanel brooch here, Louis Vuitton necklace. These are all bangles. Most of these are Hermes. Those are the bangles that I like that are, I know they're fashion jewellery, but I like them. And then I have this little box where I have a couple of rings in it. My brother bought me that. I have the broken LV Volt necklace, which needs to be taken back. And then I have my watches and some other bits and pieces in there. And that is all underneath that table, so it works perfectly. And then when I'm getting ready, I will sit down, get ready, do my makeup, pull out my drawer and pick the jewellery for the day. Now we're in my office, we go through here and then the next section is the handbags. I'm going to spin you around and give you a quick look around of what's in here. We won't be in here very long and then we'll be on to the handbags next. This is what it looks like when you come in through the door, and let me give you a very quick tour of in here. In the corner we have my beloved pink chair, which I adore the colour of, and my footstool. This is Fifi the dog. The lamp has a name, she is Fifi. There's my Hermes blanket and my pillow. I would read work in here quite often. This is a working office, so you'll either find me reading or my youngest in here while I'm trying to film handbag videos. These are my Biba beach bags. As I said in a dupe or designer video, I was not buying the Prada one, so I got the Biba one and that worked perfectly for me whenever I was on holiday. Then this is my shelving unit in the back of my office. You can see all little bits of things that mean things to me. There's my multicolour Louis Vuitton Speedy, which I never use, but was bought for decor. There is another Jo Malone candle in wild berry and bramble. That's the same as what the, there's the diffuser there. That's the same of what the diffuser is. That's absolutely stunning, that smell. These are all books that mean something to me. There are the Louis Vuitton books that Deb from Wild Unfiltered sent me at Christmas. Maldives, Tanzania, Rome, all places I've been with my husband. Other books that I've read and liked and something about them has just struck me, so they're in my office. Then a teddy bear from my husband. Other little bits and pieces that just, again, mean something to me. There are my roses, which are in here all the time. There's my Hermes plate. Other little bits and pieces. That little carved piece there came from Africa. Handbag fund. My husband bought me that years ago before we even knew quite what extent this addiction would go to. There's another troll up there. There is me and my husband. There's another dog, and this sits behind me and lights up. And then if I just spin you right round, here is my desk. And it's a working desk, obviously. It's quite an old-fashioned look. That's what I like. You can see my mini pochettes hang here. There's the London one, and behind it is the Paris print. I just like to look at those. I have my Louis Vuitton notebooks on my desk. These are all little things, again, that mean something to me. My desk is an old-fashioned type desk. There is my computer setup, very boring. There's another Blackberry and Bay hand lotion, teddy bears for my husband. This is a gift that Ideal sent. They quite often, when they are sending out their pieces, will send free gifts, and I use that for office supplies. I think it's supposed to be a jewellery tray, but for me it's office supplies, so it gets used, and that's one of the lovely gifts that they send out with their pieces. And then over here we have my pencil case, more candles, more books. I'm always writing things down. I'm old-fashioned. I like to write, even though there's a computer sitting like right here, I like notebooks to write down. And there's a little tatty puppy, because we all know what dogs mean to me around here. And this is the view if you're sitting at my desk. I do need to get some art up in here. I use this office quite a lot. I have an actual office as well where my staff work, but this one is in the house. These are shoes or boots that I've been wearing recently and have just kicked off and not put away. And there you go. That's my office. And now I'm going to take you in to the handbag room. That's my chair in case anybody's interested. Again, quite an old-fashioned look, but that's what I like. And now we have the room that probably needs zero introduction on this channel. This is what you see whenever you open the door. This is the handbag room. The blind in here is always down for a couple of reasons. One, to keep sunlight off the bags. Two, when I'm filming in there, I have a nightmare with light on the camera and it just causes all sorts of bits on the video which doesn't look good at all. So I keep that down and I'll take you in and have a look around in here with you. I did share before a video on the transformation of this room and I will link that down below in the description box. It shows what this used to look like and it shows the process of this all being done and put in and then how it got to how it is now. And I did promise at that time to do an updated tour. So here we go. Down over here to start with. This has to go on the wall. We have Meredith and Dale. We have our dolls at the bottom that Meredith got done for us. And then there's us in London. And of course, the three witches from Hocus Pocus. My son, my youngest, who comes in here with me quite a lot, will get this and will actually go, Mummy, Dale, Mez. He can't say Meredith, he's only 4, so we've agreed that he can call Meredith Mez, but he will come in and name everybody on that, and it just makes my heart swell whenever he does it. And then if we turn around here, these are the shelves that you see in the background of the videos. Now, behind these shelves, if we were to take, and if you are interested in this, watch the transformation video because it will show you all of this. But if we take these out and take this shelf off and push these open, there's storage the whole way along behind all of these, and then at the other side there's storage along behind all of the others as well. That's basically where all my packaging is. My wedding dress is in there as well, which is maybe not the best place for it, but all of my packaging and boxes and everything is behind in there. But if you are interested in that, I show you it in a lot more detail on the other video. Then where we have all of the shelves, they have lights. There's a little button here. If I hit this, you'll see the lights go out. Those are LEDs. The guy that built this was told what it was for, so he assures me that there's no difficulty with leaving those lights on all of the time. And then where we have it built in, you can see where it joins the wall. This is where all the handbags are displayed, and there are drawers along each of them. And they're messy. Shock with me. Receipts in this one, tallow boxes, a spare microphone, dust bags. Very handy to have in here though, because of the amount of packaging that comes in, the amount of things that you get sent that you have bits and pieces with. This is my doll from Hocus Pocus, that's me. Meredith and Dale have theirs. This is one of my candles that's in here. There are my Petite Mals. And then in this drawer, what's in this one? Oh, so this one has pictures and paintings from my children. There are dust bags over in this corner. And then this was my great granny's bag. Her purse probably. It's not even a bag, is it? Very, very old. Very, very worn. But I think it's appropriate that it lives in here in the bag room. And that lives in that drawer. I don't think there's any value or anything to it other than sentimental. Over here we have more of the books behind these ones. We have Coco Chanel and we have a Coco book from Megan Hess. I really like her books. I think for decor they're very inexpensive and they're really, really pretty. The Eiffel Tower, Bestie and I got whenever we were in Paris. We got this as well, and I collect snow globes. I have a lot of those. That's my Paris one that sits here. And then my husband bought me Minnie Mouse because I really like Disney. Not to the point that some people do, but I really like their figurines. The bags you will recognise. All of these will come as no shock to you if you've been on this channel before. Then in this drawer, what do we have? More dust bags. There's a lot of those around. Spare Jo Malone hand wash, which is also going to be Blackberry and Bay. It's the only scent I wear from them. Then we have spare perfume samples, other Jo Malone pieces, spare matches for all of the candles that are around here. I really like candles. I like places to smell nice. Then I have an old-fashioned antique radiator here. I have my little chair with my love pillow. On this side, we have, this is a Dior bag. I just really like their packaging. That's from what Bestie bought me at Christmas and the little star from it. This is my Chanel snow globe that my staff bought me last Christmas. I love this. Just love it. That was so personal. I just love that. there is my Louis Vuitton trunk that I got for my 40th. This is a best mum flower for my children, some of my SLGs, another teddy bear from my children, and that stays in here. There's another best mum. My children, especially my son, comes in here a lot, the youngest one, so you'll see a lot of mum stuff and sentimental stuff. I don't show them on camera, but that's many years ago, so they don't look like that anymore. But that's, you can just kind of see the little one still in his seat and my older son on my knee, but as I say, they don't look like that now. Then down here we have some of my trainers. We have a money box that says keep calm and carry on shopping. Well, wasn't that just made for me? It kind of was. There's my Teddy Blake orange bag, Louis Vuitton box in the middle. More trainers here on this shelf. We have my Paris key clay. These are shells that my son collected. The Chanel water bottle, which, let's be honest, for me is really decor. Some of my Chanel brooches, the Dior miniature from a couple of years ago, my toiletries, which always go anywhere I'm going on a trip, a teddy bear my husband bought me, more shoes down here. And then in this drawer, I think we have, yes we do, we have my Trolls collection. These are all original 80s Trolls from when I was a child and collected these. I've always had slight collector tendencies, as you can see. I used to love this one. I remember getting this one. This felt like what we would feel like now when you're given a Birkin from the store. That was such an achievement. I loved that. Just think these are so cute. And they just, oh there, I used to rollerblade. I like that one too. These just take me back to my childhood. So they all live in this drawer, in this room. And as you've seen in some of my other areas, they are dotted around the place sitting out. And then the last one here, we have a frame that my husband bought me, then have an A for Amelia, and then this. So if you look over here, this is the doll that Meredith got us. So Meredith is in the room with me, and then this came from Dale, and Dale stays in the room with me as well. Dale sent this to me a number of years ago. Dale and I have been friends since very early after starting YouTube. This is supposed to be a Christmas decoration, and she sent it to go on the Christmas tree, but I decided that I wanted it as kind of symbolising Dale to stay with me in my handbag room. It was downstairs with me before, it's up here, so that's in here all the time, and I feel as if Dale and Meredith are both in here with me. I do have the books out on the other shelves from Deb. I actually really need to get something for Deb in this room as well. Then I have some more of these books which are all around my house. I have some of my Chanel jewellery from when I filmed my Chanel collection still sitting up here. This is one of my childhood teddy bears, very sentimental, a mummy quality street, then some of my packaging, and the small boy has obviously been here before us as well because there is Sully from Monsters Inc. Then if I spin you around here, these are things that haven't been unboxed yet. There are a couple from Dior and there is a handbag there from Louis Vuitton. That is actually a handbag that I bought in November. Not sure if you'll believe me, but I haven't bought a handbag since November. We're at the end of March, so 4 months since I last bought a handbag, but in November I bought 3. I bought the Louis Vuitton Pharrell Williams Speedy, which is this one. I bought that Chanel sequenced, which I had pre-ordered about 6 months before, and I bought this one. This is the last to be unboxed, and there's been nothing since March. And these are Dior pieces that were actually a present from a friend of mine. On the back of the door is my old Neverfull that just stays in here, and that is my Atelier Auguste bag, which hangs on the back of the door because it goes with me every day to work now. It's my everyday bag, so I just lift it on and off and leave it there in between. So that has been a tour of my closet. It's very long, so I will do my best to edit it, but it's because there's quite a lot to show you. There's the main closet where all the clothes, makeup, jewellery, shoes are. Then we came through the office, then we came in here to the handbag, so there was quite a lot to cover. I hope you've enjoyed this. This updated tour has been heavily requested, so I hope you did enjoy seeing all of the pieces. If you have, I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, if you would subscribe. Thank you so much to Ideal for sponsoring the section of the video in respect of my jewellery collection and how that is stored. Genuinely love the brand, genuinely love their products. No difficulty talking to you about them because it's like you see them. I wear them all the time. It's such a genuine brand and I adore them. I will leave all the details in the description box for you down below if you want to check out any of their pieces. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care and I will see you again in the next one.